Right. I have one announcement that I want to give this morning as soon as the slides come up behind me here. But I want to give a plug in this plug for LTC this morning. Leadership Training for Christ. For those of you that are not familiar with it, it is a ministry geared toward our young people. So I just want to kind of give you an introduction and to what LTC is. The purpose is to encourage and help our young people to explore their possible ministry talents in various areas of ministry, and also to develop lifelong spiritual habits. Includes things such as prayer and Bible reading and other disciplines such as that. And also to help plug our young people into the overall ministries of the church. And I remember when I was growing up, we used to say our young people are the church of tomorrow, and that's true. But this reminds us that our young people are also part of us today as well. And so we want to involve our young people as soon as we can, and also to encourage adults and youth working together. And so a lot of our projects that we do as part of LTC is a collaboration between adults and young people. And there's a great blessing that comes from that, rather than sequestering people apart from each other by age group. Who is involved with LTC? Well, obviously students. Like I said, it's for students that are grades third grade all the way up to 12th grade can participate. And at the core here are the parents. LTC does not work without the parents. They are the front line of encouragement and hands-on guidance for our students. And then we have coaches, depending on how many activities we have. And all coaches are somebody says, okay, we got someone that wants to do sign language. Okay, maybe somebody is adept at sign language or song leading or something like that. And so a coach will help our students to be able to hone those talents. There is the church coordinator, and this is the one that is the liaison between our congregation and the convention. And then there's the congregation. The congregation's role is to provide encouragement and positive feedback on whatever the project or the activity is that our young people are involved in. And the LTC staff, and they're the ones that rent the space in Kansas City where the convention is at, and puts together the procedures and the manual and everything else involved with LTC. LTC begins when a student signs up for a ministry, for an activity, for a project or event. And last I checked, every year the event manual, which has all the descriptions, are updated and put on the website. And last I checked, has not been updated yet. We still have last year's manual up. But hopefully sometime this month it will be up. And it's basically a notebook that has a description of everything involved with LTC. And the students will be involved in these activities, and it'll culminate in eventually in the convention, which is every spring, usually Easter weekend in Kansas City. And we'll give some more information on that as the time comes. But here are some of the things that are involved with LTC. There are a series of events, activities, which are called pre-convention events, and it involves creative writing. So a student could write a Christian essay or a children's book. And by the way, I'm impressed by some of the work that I've seen out of some of our students with a children's book, Christian fiction, or even poetry. Then there's digital media, and that's Christian podcasting, internet web design, video ministry. And I've seen some of the work the kids do. I don't know if I could do the work that some of these kids do. And then there's music-related events, songwriting. And there's the convention events that are display events, or things that you put out that you can display. That's a bulletin board. And by the way, if you've gone over to the other building, when you go into the front door, you'll notice there's a bulletin board right inside there. That was designed by our LTC participants. There's Christian banner. You can also do a Christian photography, Christian art, any kind of art, sculpture, drawing, painting, even sculpture made out of Legos, and or scrapbook, putting together a scrapbook. The convention events involve Bible knowledge or Bible reading type of events, and that there's Bible reading where you actually read a scripture, just like Gideon did a little while ago. There is a Bible quiz. This is actually a team event where you're given 5 rounds of a quiz based on this year's book, which is the Life of Moses, or Bible Bowl, which is an individual event. These are multiple choice questions. And so, it'd be kind of an interesting thing to put our LTC students up against everyone else and see in a Bible Bowl to see how things turn out. Matter of fact, we do that at the convention as the students are going, us adults sitting in the back saying, okay, can we get these questions right? And oftentimes the kids do better than we do. So, and then there's music that's song leading and large chorus and small chorus. Actually, I think it's just chorus now, if I remember right. So there are, I guess, for lack of a better term, performance type of things, and that's puppets. And that's always a popular event, puppets or Christian drama. And then speaking communication events, which involve signing for the deaf and public speaking. And by the way, this is open to both male and females. And for females that wish, they could actually have a room of just females if they request that. But because all of us may have an opportunity to speak publicly at some point. So there are the pre-convention challenge events, and these are events designed to develop lifelong habits towards spiritual growth, which means daily Bible reading and scripture challenge. And this, I believe this is scripture memory challenge, where you memorize scripture. Service challenge. We used to tell everyone, you're all enrolled in service challenge because all of us are servants. And this is where you do service either individual or as a group for somebody. And in this picture is a group of people that went out and raked leaves for somebody. Prayer challenge, where you pray on a regular basis and even keep a journal of your prayer. Leadership challenge, where you exercise leadership. Teaching challenge, where you assist in a Bible class or in a teaching situation, or you actually teach. Outreach challenge, where you bring somebody to church or share the gospel with them. Worship leadership challenge, and that's leading in some way in worship, whether it's reading a scripture, leading a prayer, or whatever it is in worship. And so these are all, I think I may have missed, we have a couple of new events that I may not have, this is actually an old PowerPoint. But that kind of gives you an overall view of leadership training for Christ. And what I'd like to do is have our kickoff meeting, hopefully in the next couple of weeks. So tentatively on the, when would that be? The 10th? I will not be here next week, by the way. I'll be gone to a memorial service next weekend. But Terry, what's the next weekend is the 10th? Okay, so the weekend after, whatever that is. 17th. Okay, we will be here then. So we'll tentatively set it for the 17th. Next Sunday, Terry Seiferlein. I don't know if you know Terry Seiferlein. He is a Bible teacher from York. I think he's originally from Iowa. But he will be preaching next Sunday. Then 2 Sundays after that, Garrett Best, who is the dean of the Bible department at York University, will be here, and he'll be speaking on that Sunday. So we've got some good things coming up. But in the meantime, if you have any questions on LTC, let me know. But we will have some paperwork available for you in the next couple of weeks, and hopefully be able to start filling things in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks. And so I want to invite all of you that have students 3rd grade through 12, and any of you that might be interested or just curious in helping out in some way, plan on being there for our kickoff meeting in 2 weeks. We'll plan on doing that after services on the 17th. All right, that's all I've got. Oh, yeah, one more thing. Forgot about that. It's not on here. LTC scholarship. Every year at the convention, the Christian colleges and LTC, the convention itself, offers scholarship to upperclassmen. And I believe the LTC scholarships are $1,000 a piece. And those are for people that have been involved in LTC and have demonstrated leadership ability. They apply for it like you do any other scholarship. And when you apply, the Christian colleges will come, I think, Harding, OC, Lipscomb, and what else? Who else does it? And Freed and York all offer scholarships as well. And they award them at the end of the convention. All right. Now I'm done.
Are you sure?
I think so.
think I should have had John do the closing. Anyway, thank all our guests for being here this morning. Good news, we have potluck next Sunday. And have ladies class Tuesday morning. There'll be no men's prayer Monday morning. Men's study Thursday evening, 7 p.m. The tree, labor of love, get involved, write some leaves and put it on there. It's a participation decoration. Weekend to remember, March 1st through the 3rd. See Jason if you have any questions or interested in a marriage retreat. Prayer concerns family of Dale Renner and Perry Hawkeye, both passed away recently. Pray for their families. Travelers, Mary is traveling from Michigan back here Tuesday, and Marcia is traveling in the coming week. Terry Duffy, test results were good. Please continue to pray for his speedy recovery. And be sure to take time this weekend to thank God. We are so blessed. We're blessed in this nation. We're blessed by his creation. We're blessed by his love, his mercy, and his kindness. Let's go to our Father in prayer.